So we're Golf Tango Alpha Lima Charlie. You can press the button on there with your thumb and then say to him, Peyton Hill, this is Golf Tango Alpha Lima Charlie. Request taxi instructions.
Peyton Hill, this is Golf Tango Alpha Lima Charlie. Request taxi instructions.
Golf Tango Alpha Lima Charlie, Peyton Hill, reading your 5s, runway news to 08, left-hand circuits, QFE 1003 and QNH 1018.
You press the button and read that back to him. 08 left, 1003, 1018, Golf Lima Charlie.
08 left, 1003, 1018, Golf Tango Alpha Lima Charlie.
Lima Charlie, read back correct.
So where there's an O, you actually say 0. Why? Because that's in the PAP 413, which is the Civil Aviation's requirement. So zeros, the O, it becomes a 0. Okay. Okay, so to taxi, what we're going to do is close the throttle first, like that. Make sure your brakes are off by pressing on your brakes.
Lima Echo,
And then move us forwards, holding the control wheel in your left hand and your hand on that. We're going to be going down there, so just move us forward and then just check your brakes work. So you're going to close the throttle now, close the throttle, check your brakes work. And then you say to me, check your brakes. So I've got control and I'll check my brakes. Mine work okay, you have control. We're going to go down there to the right.
Golf Lima Bravo, final contact 1 on.
Lima Bravo, roger, surface wind southeasterly 5 knots.
I'm going to land long and clear left at the end.
Bravo, roger.
So we're taxiing quite quickly now, so just slow us down a bit.
Golf Sierra November, descending dead time to 08.
If somebody asks you how fast should you taxi, what's the answer? How fast should you be taxiing? What's it say in the book?
Can't remember.
Okay, it's a fast walking pace.
Fast walking pace.
So, are we doing a fast walking pace at the minute?
We're quite fast actually.
We are. So we're slowing down nicely now then. So just gently we'll come onto the brakes there. So we come to this grass bit, we're going to go diagonally. We don't get the two main wheels going over at the same time. So if you start turning a bit to the right now, a bit more power and a bit more to the right. We'll keep going. That's it. But just for the sake of it,
Golf Lima Bravo, runway vacated.
we'll taxi up here, and down there, and just park up where those cones are over there. So just go around this corner here now. Taxiing experience this is. So the wind is now at your chuff, you can see.
Tango Radio, good afternoon again. Golf
So this
Tango
gets pushed
Alpha Lima,
forward like you're doing
Oscar over
now.
you, Tox to
But you hold it, because
2300
the wind will take it
altitude,
out of your hands
request join.
otherwise.
Golf Tango Alpha Lima Oscar, take
Hold the
hill, we're
controls,
using
that's it.
08 with a left-hand circuit, QFE 1003.
Follow the yellow line.
08 left hand, 1003, Golf Lima Oscar. Golf Lima Echo down with Victor, request radio check and airfield information.
You can go a bit quicker than this if you
Station
like.
calling 10 on, I didn't get any of that.
Sorry sir, Golf Bravo Oscar Yankee Victor, radio check and airfield information please.
Then onto that
Private
nice black
Oscar
bit
Yankee
over there, so a
Victor,
nice
now
big
reading
turn
the
around to
we're
the left
using runway
now.
08 with a left-hand
That's it.
circuit, the QNH 1018 and the QFE 1003.
This is runway 22.
08 left hand, 1018, 1003, we're going to taxi to the 08 power check area sir.
And then down the white line.
Yankee Victor, take no, roger.
And then remember, there was taxi to the right hand side of
Are
the
you
white
going
line.
back to Liverpool?
A firm, North Yankee Victor.
Thanks.
Where the cones are there, we can't go over that because that's a live runway, so I'll have to slow down a bit now then. And if you just turn to the right, and then all the way around to the left, so you're actually pointing into wind.
Golf Sierra November, downwind, runway 08.
Sierra November, take no, roger.
We're pointing more or less towards the windsock now. Straighten it up, and then back onto your checklist. So as soon as you stop, put it up to idle, and idle is 1,000 revs per minute.
Start a warning light.
So you've done all of that.
Yeah.
So you've done the taxiing, you're on the next page. Now you're on power checks. Park into wind, which we are. Sure it's clear all the way around, especially behind, which is it is.
Lima Echo, final, touch and go.
Lima Echo, roger, surface wind is 120 degrees.
Set the throttle to 1,000 RPM, we're near enough, yeah. Engine oil temperature and pressure in the green arcs, yes they are.
Yep.
Suction's not quite, the generator's not quite yet. So, what does it say next? Throttle set.
1,700.
You've got to hold it on your brakes with your toes. Both toes, obviously because it's two brakes there, so you hold them both together. Now put the throttle up to 1,700 revs. That's it, make sure the brakes are holding, keep your feet on the pedals. Far better heat. Our brake check mag drop. Okay, the maximum drop is 175 revs, so far better heat, pull it out then. The maximum you're allowed is 175, so you've got there about 50, haven't you?
Yeah.
It's dropping okay. You do that for about 10 seconds. And then when you put it back, it should go back to exactly where it was previously. That's gone up a little bit, so we can pull that back just a wee bit on the throttle. Okay, next check.
Ignition. Select left and right magnetos and turn.
So very carefully, turn that onto the left magneto, one click to the left. And that's dropped about 100. One click to the right. No, right. And then it says there, then, you do the left magneto, then the right magneto. So you go one click to the left, one click to the right, two clicks to the left to check that magneto, and two clicks to the right. So,
Okay.
Two clicks to the left now. Careful, 1, 2. Look at the drop. That's also about the same. And two clicks to the right. 1, 2. That's it. Suction gauge should be between 3 and 5 inches, which it is.
Finals, runway 08.
In the green,
Sierra November, roger, surface
Generator
wind
charging the
120
battery.
degrees, 6 knots.
which it is. Temperature and pressure still within limits. And now set this back, it says there, to 500 to idle. So pull it all the way out, nice and gently. All the way. And because it's so hot, it's running very, very high. If you look in the book, that says it should be between 5 and 700. And that's very nearly 800. So it's because it's hot. We now reset it to 1,000 RPM. So reset it to 1,000 RPM. That'll do, that's fine. And then you do your pre-takeoff check, still holding the brakes like you are with your feet. So,
Gemma sets for takeoff and check position.
position. So you could just down a little bit maybe, about there. Yep,
Throttle friction, set finger tight.
so that's that one. Just check it yourself.
Technical radio, Golf Lima Oscar descending dead side 08.
Happy with that?
Roger, roger.
Set fully rich.
It is.
Golf Lima Echo downwind.
Magnetos
Okay,
are short
roger.
on both.
They are?
Yeah.
On both?
Switch, you're on.
It is.
Piece of heat, set as required.
Well, you've done that one. Piece of heat. Test is required. There's the piece of heat there.
Yeah.
Are we going to be going into icing today?
I doubt it.
No, so we'll leave it off.
Primate and shore
Take now,
locked.
Golf Bravo Oscar
So
Yankee
try and
Victor
pull it to make sure it
departure.
doesn't come out. Yep, it's good.
Yep.
Golf Oscar November
Fuel
198.
and shore on.
Between
It is.
120 degrees 8 knots.
And they're sufficient for the flight, that's indicated on the gauges, yep.
Flat set as required.
We don't need them, they're off.
Golf Yankee Victor entering the runway.
Instruments checked and
Yankee
set.
Victor, roger.
We check the DI to the compass, that's reading now about 100. Just a bit of a tweak on there. There we are.
Radio and avionic.
That's the correct temperature. Correct frequency. That's on the
Technical radio,
local
November
beacon,
223
which is
Kilo
fine.
Bravo, inbound to land.
Hold the brakes on. Hold your brakes on.
November
That's on 7,000, which
223
is
Kilo
fine.
Bravo, take no 08
Yep.
left-hand circuits and the QFE 1003.
Cheers.
Now we can close it all up.
QFE 1003, 08
Yep.
left hand, November 3 Kilo Bravo.
Harnesses.
November 223 Kilo Bravo, read back correct.
Carb heat. Hold.
Which it is, push
Golf
it in.
Yankee Victor airborne.
Controls ensure full and free
Yankee
movement.
Victor, roger.
Okay, do it then. So that's full and free movement, right the way back.
Technical
And have a
radio,
look over
Golf
your
Lima
shoulder to
Oscar
see.
downwind of 08 to land.
Oscar, roger.
And then with your rudder pedals, don't forget to keep your brakes on.
Yeah.
With your rudder pedals, still with your brake on, try and move your rudder and have a look over your shoulder. And with these, the ailerons, when you turn it to the right, check that one's up and that one's down.
Final touch and go.
And then the other way around, that one's up and that one's down.
0 at 5 knots.
So that's what it says. That's what you're doing there. Everything all right?
Yeah.
So what do you say now for takeoff?
Look out. Runway approach.
Okay, so we need to turn the aeroplane around then and have a look at the approach. You've still got the brakes on, don't forget.
Yeah.
So there's your throttle, close your throttle then before you release your brakes. Pull it towards you completely, otherwise we're going to go off the runway. And then turn it to the left. Put a bit of power on. Now you're having a look at the circuit, so that wheel's just gone off the runway now. Having a look at the circuit, there's nobody else up there, keep it turning round, all the way round. Really looking at the approach, there's an aeroplane coming into land. And then straighten it up. And then put your brakes on, you need to talk to him into the tower. And you can say, Golf Lima Charlie's ready for departure.
Golf Lima Charlie's ready for departure.
Roger.
You can say to him, Golf Lima Charlie's entering the active runway to backtrack.
Golf Lima Charlie's entering the active runway to backtrack.
Hand
Golf
on
Lima
the
Charlie,
throttle,
roger.
Hand on the throttle. We need to turn to the right here, don't we? To the right. To the right. Need to go down to the bottom there, don't we? Take off because it's on
November 3 Kilo
08.
Bravo, descending dead side.
Whoa, there's one on final approach, I got control.
Technical radio, Golf Lima Oscar, finals 08 to land with 1 on.
Roger, surface wind is 120 at 10 knots.
Golf Lima Oscar.
Okay, Golf Lima Charlie's clear of the active
Technical
runway.
Golf Bravo Oscar Yankee Victor, flying off to the northwest now. We're going to East Mids, listening squawker 134.18, Golf Yankee Victor.
Golf Yankee Echo, roger.
Okay, Golf Lima Charlie, runway vacated.
Golf Lima Charlie, runway vacated.
Golf Lima Charlie, roger.
We got out of the way for him coming in, you see.
Yeah.
Did you see him? Yeah,
November
well,
3 Kilo
yeah.
Bravo, crosswind.
Roger.
When he's landed, you can then say again, Golf Lima Charlie's entering the active runway to backtrack after Lima Oscar. Okay,
Golf Lima Charlie's entering the active runway to backtrack after Golf Lima Oscar.
Golf Lima Charlie, roger.
I'll turn to the left now. You got control
Trainer
of it?
radios, hello again,
Control.
Golf Lima Hotel is overhead Blissfield at
Hand on the
2000 feet per
throttle,
lead.
it's your throttle.
Golf Lima Hotel, it's
We need to be
runway
between the white
08
line
left and the
and
QFE
the edge
is
of the runway, so
1003.
in the middle.
08
need
left,
to be a bit more to the
1003,
right.
we'll join overhead Golf Lima Hotel. In
Is
fact, we'll join dead side if possible, Golf Lima Hotel. Golf Lima Echo downwind.
November 3 Kilo Bravo, downwind, 08 to land.
Regulated 08.
So just slow up, and then we need to turn round, be going in that direction. So hand on the throttle again. Okay.
November 3 Kilo Bravo, extending downwind.
Roger.
Okay, straighten it up, and go for it then. Heels on the floor, press the button and say Golf Lima Charlie rolling.
Golf Lima Charlie, runway.
Let the speed build up. So start to rotate now. Rotate, that means we go up. Okay. Because there's noise abatement here, we need to turn to the left about 10 degrees, which is what we're doing now.
Echo, final touch and go.
Golf Lima Echo, surface wind is 120 at 5 knots.
We're coming up to 500 feet, so we need to turn to the left, so good look round the aeroplane. Nobody on my side either. We're turning to the left, remember. And it's a climbing turn, so how much bank should we put on? 15. Yeah.
November 3 Kilo Bravo, final 08 to land. Traffic ahead in sight.
Just keep it turning.
Roger, surface wind is 120 at 5 knots.
Keep turning to the left, yeah. And that'll do 330 is a good heading. So carry on the climb. Keep it climbing.
Golf Lima Hotel is descending dead side, 08.
Golf Lima Hotel, Roger.
So 270 there is west. That's north. So we're actually heading at the minute northwest. So in a minute you can call him up and you can say, Tated Hill, Golf, the first one and the last two, Lima Charlie, departing the circuit to the northwest. So, yeah, you can do it now.
Taken out, Golf Lima Charlie, departing the circuit, northwest.
Golf Lima Charlie, Roger.
So keep the wings level and maintain your heading. Let's just see now which heading you want. We were originally on 3-3. Let's just go back to 3-3. What speed should we have in the climb, by the way?
65.
Yep. Correct. You get 65 by looking at the attitude of the aeroplane. Look at the horizon. And look where it's cutting through the panel.
Golf
Just
Lima Echo,
imagine it
roger.
cutting through the panel. Have a look out the other side.
Lima Hotel,
And that'll
crosswind.
help keep you straight as well, because you're looking at the wings to make sure you've got the same gap between the sky and the
Aircraft
ground.
calling Peyton Hill, that transmission is unreadable. November 3 Kilo Bravo, runway vacated. Roger.
Lima Hotel is downwind 08, first touch and go, contact 1 ahead.
Golf Lima Hotel, roger.
So what heading should we be on?
We're on west, so we should be on 330.
Okie dokie, let's go to 330 then. We'll level off on 3000.
Lima Echo, final touch and go.
Golf Lima Echo, sir.
What do we do to level out?
0 at 10 knots.
Attitude first, so get the attitude right, get the level attitude. Get the aircraft accelerate to 90. Then power, attitude power. Reduce your power now. About 2,200.
Hill Radio, Golf, Romeo, Romeo, Charlie, uniform just started up, requesting radio check and airfield information, please.
Right, and then trim it to stay there, to stay level.
Charlie, it's runway 08 left, the QNH is 1018 and readability is 5.
That's 08, left hand 1018, Golf, Romeo, Charlie, Charlie, uniform.
So are we going down or going up or what?
We're going down.
Lima Hotel,
Okay, so
final 08, contact 1 on.
Roger, surface wind 120 at 5 knots.
No, we're level there, I think.
Okay, that's good. Now then, he gave us the QNH as 1018. So we need to set that up on there, 1018.
1018.
That's it, that's fine. So that's where we're going to stay now then. Now, are we still on the heading that we should be on?
To go a bit towards.
Okay, good look round the aeroplane before you manoeuvre it. Sure it's clear all the way around. And then look at something in front of you that you can see. Keep the aircraft straight, and then just reference your direction indicator there, 330, with what you can see in front of you. And then hopefully you're going to stay on that heading. So just try that for a while. That's flying now straight and level with a bit of luck.
We have a few houses down there.
Okay, well I'm looking in the distance where those whites, you can see something white in the front.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'm looking. That would be an idea to keep it straight on that. You want to look as far away as you can. And when you get there, you're looking for something that's in front of that, and you carry on doing that, keeping it straight. And if you look slightly to the left, right on the horizon, you can see there's a line of white buildings. Can you see right in the very, very far distance, the line of white?
Yeah.
That's Manchester Airport.
Golf Lima Echo downwind.
Golf Lima Echo, roger.
So we're still flying level, or are we going down?
Ever so slightly going down.
Yeah, we're 3,100 feet, so we don't really want to go any lower than that. So you keep an eye on that then. I'll let you do that.
Golf Lima Hotel downwind.
Golf Lima Hotel, roger.
So do you think I will be landing today, or
You think what, sorry?
do you think I'll be landing today, or not maybe?
How do you think you're actually managing to fly the aeroplane at the moment though, to accurately on a heading, straight and level, making your turns good?
I feel like I'm doing okay.
But you're not anywhere near the heading in fact. A minute ago I had to keep telling you, you're about, what were you actually indicating? You were indicating west. That was 60 degrees away from where you should have been. You need to be able to do this first.
Yeah.
And if you remember, we've got exercise 10, which is slow flying, we've got the stalling, and then we've got exercise 11, which was the spinning. Before you come on to exercise 12, which is taking off on the runway, on your own, keeping it straight, and then landing it, is exercise 13. So what are we doing at the minute? Which exercise are we doing at the moment? Can you remember?
Straight and level flying.
That's right.
Is this exercise 6?
It is indeed exercise 6, that's right. So we're going to make a turn now. So if I was to ask you to turn on to 240, which is there,
Echo final.
that's more or less on your wingtip. So if you looked over there on your wingtip, look for something on your wingtip, and that'll give you a rough idea then where you're heading.
I see some a bright area down there.
Okay, so that's what you're going to head for then. So quickly check all the way around the aeroplane, make sure there's nobody on my side, nobody in front, nobody to the left, and around we go now to the left. Was the heading.
Golf Lima Hotel final 0860, no contact, one ahead.
Golf Lima Hotel, surface wind 120 at 5 knots.
Okay, Golf Lima Hotel.
Why do you think this is important, turning through 90 degrees accurately, keeping the aircraft balanced? Why would you say that's important?
So maybe like you don't collide with another aircraft.
Okay, but actually it's because that's what you do when you're flying a circuit, when you're learning to fly a circuit and land the aeroplane. You have to turn through 90 degrees and fly straight and level, straight and level, straight and level. And the last bit, that's where you start to descend, to make an approach into the runway.
Okay.
That's why you need to be able to do this properly. Just do this for a little bit longer.
Golf Romeo Charlie uniform is at the intersection requesting backtrack on 08.
So how much height would you say we've actually lost?
Golf Charlie uniform, roger.
Say probably 250 feet.
Yeah, at least 250 feet. If this was a circuit, That's quite fairly critical because everybody needs to be at the same height. So we need to get that height back. So get back to 3,000 feet then. I'll let you do that.
Tate Hill approach, it's Golf Bravo, Mike Kilo.
Golf Mike Kilo, go ahead.
Mr. 182 inbound to yourselves, about 3 miles to the north, request join over.
Roger, it's runway 08 left, the QFE is 1003.
003 to 08 left and we're joining downwind. Golf Lima Echo downwind.
The preferred join here is actually overhead.
Okay, we'll join overhead then.
What heading should we be on?
240.
Okay, let's get to 240 then.
Golf Lima Hotel, roger.
Golf Romeo Charlie uniform, ready for departure, 08.
Oh, we've gone a bit far there.
Romeo, you say you're ready for departure?
Affirm.
Roger, surface wind is 120 at 10 knots.
Golf Romeo Charlie uniform. Mike Kilo's overhead.
Roger.
Signal radio, element 09 Alpha.
Helimed 09, go ahead.
Element 0 Alpha, we're returning from Telford at the moment, overhead Stafford 1,200 feet, 10118, bend to an incident at Martington, just north of the field. I'll keep you informed as we get nearer.
Helimed 09, roger, it's runway...
We've got quite a lot of power on at the moment. What power should we have on?
2,200.
Yeah.
08, less than 1003, 09 Alpha, thank you.
No radio, good afternoon again, Golf Tango Alpha Lima, Oscar radio check and airfield information. We've got 08 left to hand and a Q&A to 1018.
Golf Lima Oscar, that's
So the
correct.
heading again should be what?
240.
Right.
5 Alpha. Golf Lima Echo, final touch and go. Golf Lima Hotel, final 08, full stop for contact, one ahead.
Golf Lima Hotel, surface wind 120 at 5 knots.
Okay, so we're going to turn left again, this time onto wingtip. We're going to have 150 as the heading. Have a good look round, have a look at something on your wingtip you can identify. So when you're ready, check everything's clear and around you go.
Mike Kilo downwind 08.
Roger.
No radio, Golf Tango Alpha Lima Alpha, overhead blue to field, request rejoin.
Golf Lima Alpha, it's runway 08 left and the QFE is 1003.
08 left, QFE 1003, Golf Lima Alpha. Oscar lining up 08 with 1 on.
Golf Lima Oscar, surface wind 1208 knots.
How accurately do you think you can fly the aeroplane then?
Golf Romeo Romeo Charlie uniform, downwind, ready to touch and go please, from
I think
0.
any more practice with
Golf Romeo Charlie, roger.
getting the bearing accurately.
What about maintaining your height?
Hill radio, Golf Bravo, Zulu Bravo,
Not very.
6 miles to the north, request airfield information please.
Well, I think that was maybe due to the
Roger, runway 08 left and QFE
No.
is 1003.
We've lost 300 feet.
Yeah.
Bravo, Zulu Bravo, control.
We need to get that back again, so put some power.
Roger.
Go to full power when you want to do that. Those 200 feet is quite a lot that is to get.
Golf Lima Echo, roger.
Raise the nose into the climbing attitude. And if you remember, we actually started off at 3,300, so let's just go back 3,300. So raise the nose into the climbing attitude so that you've got 65 knots.
Golf Mike Kilo, surface wind is 120 at 5 knots.
And it's getting used to the attitude of the aeroplane. If you look at it, don't chase the speed. Look at the horizon.
Element 09 Alpha, we're north of Beam the field, we'll be laying down in 2 minutes at Martington, outside the zone.
Element 09, roger. The surface wind is 120 at 5 knots and the circuit is active.
Alpha, roger.
Okay. So can you remember what the heading was when you started off?
150.
It was, that's right.
So.
Can you remember how to do slow flying?
Would it be a idle throttle?
Golf Romeo Romeo
Okay,
Charlie
so
uniform, final,
what I want you to
touch and
do
go.
is to slow the aeroplane down until we're doing 50 knots. Do you want me to show you that, or can you do that on your own?
Yeah, please.
Show it you. Okay, so I've got control of the aeroplane.
Got control.
We'll go back onto 150.
Technical radio, Golf Lima Oscar, downwind 08.
So if you drop below 2,000 revs, got to put the carburetor heat on.
Departing to the southwest.
So put the carburetor heat on now.
Golf Lima Oscar, roger.
Reduce the power a bit. We can go to 17, 1800, something like that. We'll let the airspeed drop.
120 at 5 knots.
We're still heading 150.
Golf Lima Alpha, descending dead side, runway 0.
We're still heading 150. We're coming up now to 50 knots. Going to let it descend back to 3,300 feet. There we are, 50 knots, 3,300 feet, headings 150.
Okay.
You can do that, do you reckon?
Yeah.
Just get your speed back up again then. And 150, 3,300 feet. So we've got 90 90 knots now.
Echo, runway vacation.
So there we are. 3,300, 150, 90 knots. It's all yours, you have control. Yep.
Golf Lima Alpha, late downwind, 08 to land.
Golf Lima Alpha, roger.
And Golf Bravo Foxtrot just directly overhead, about to descend dead set.
Roger.
Golf Charlie, uniform, early downwind.
Golf Charlie uniform, roger.
Mile bit, touch and go.
Need to put some power on now then, don't you, to maintain that, because we're losing height still. Still going down, so a bit more power. And just pull back to get your speed back to 50. You have to pull back a bit more than that, pull back. Started off at 3,300, so we're a little bit low, but
Golf Lima Alpha, final runway 08.
Golf Lima Alpha, surface wind 120 at 8 knots.
Golf Bravo Foxtrot just about to turn downwind.
Roger.
this is slow flying. It's exercise 10 part 1. Slow flying. The minute we're flying 10 knots above the stall, because it's the green arc, the stall will be about 40. The white arc is with flaps down. So that's where it will stall with flaps down, about 35.
Roger.
Very carefully now then. Look to something on your left wingtip and turn on to a heading of 060, 060. When you're going round, you need to put a little bit of power on because we're dropping again. Don't let it accelerate, keep your speed at 50. Make your turn then, 060 is your heading. Clear on my side.
Golf Lima Alpha, roger.
Clear on yours.
Golf Charlie, uniform, final touch and go, 08.
Golf Charlie uniform, the surface wind is 120 at 8 knots.
Good afternoon, Satan Hill Radio. This is Golf Mike Uniform Tango Zulu.
Was that Papa Zulu?
Tango Zulu.
Go ahead.
Golf Mike Uniform Tango Zulu is a Jabru 430 from Peterborough Simpson to Satan Hill, currently 8 miles southeast of the airfield. Requesting circuit information for join.
Golf Papa Zulu, it's runway runway 08 left, and the QFE is 1003.
What? 08 left-hand circuit, QFE 1003, Golf Tango Zulu. GoPro Foxtrot final 08.
Roger, surface wind 120.
Okay, so we're coming now to 3,000, very nearly 3,300 feet with 50 feet below. The heading is pretty good. What I want to do now then is to reduce the speed to 45 knots. So I've got control just to demonstrate to you.
You've got control.
So I have it. We'll just get it back to 3,300. 060, there we are, 45 knots. We'll stay there. And you can hear in the background the stall warning is just starting to... Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Go any slower than that, let me just demonstrate to you, a bit slower than that. And that's telling you you're going to stall, so you need to lower the nose. So I wanted 45 anyway. We'll go for 45. Right, so I'll let it come down a bit. Put it back at 50 where it was, 3,300 feet. Okay, you've got control now, you have it. So 060, 3,300 feet. We want to drop the speed down to 45 knots.
Golf Charlie uniform, downwind, touch and go.
Golf Charlie uniform, roger.
Golf Bravo Foxtrot, runway big, connected.
Roger.
You're going to have to put some power on because we're going down. And you can trim it, you can use the trimmer there if you want to, trim it downwards. Still losing a bit of height there, so we could do with pull the nose up a touch more because we're increasing the speed. 45 knots we need to be.
Golf Tango Zulu overhead, 2,000 feet, descending on the dead side.
Golf Tango Zulu, roger.
Okay, let's try turning now then to the left. Your heading is, new heading is going to be 300, coming on your left wingtip and around you go. As you do that, you're going to need a bit of power, otherwise we're going to start the descent. Keep your speed at 45 knots as you go around the corner. And make your turns really, really gentle turns.
Golf Charlie uniform, touch and go 08.
Golf Charlie uniform, surface wind 120 at 8 knots.
What heading are you going for?
Is it 270?
Okay, 270 will do, we'll agree on that, yeah. Okay, what should the heading be?
0.
270, yeah. Clear on my side, clear in front.
Golf Tango Zulu. Dead side, join the circuit, 08.
Golf Tango Zulu, roger.
Okay, I've got control. This time what we're going to do then is put down 20 degrees of flaps and then go slower. We're going to then fly at 40, 5 knots above the stall. I'm going to put down 20 degrees of flaps now.
Golf Tango Zulu, downwind 08.
There we are, there's 40.
Golf Tango Zulu, roger.
We want the heading to be 270.
One in front.
Get it to
Golf
40.
uniform, roger.
And 270, there we are. We've got 270 now, the wings are level. Bit more power on there. What I'll do, I'll just take you back to 3,300 feet, so that'll be easier for you then to maintain it. So 270 we're heading. Now without 3,300 feet. Clear on my side, is it clear on yours down there?
Yeah.
Excellent. There we are, we're back at 40. Okay, you've got control then. You have it.
Golf Tango Zulu, final 08.
Golf Tango Zulu, surface wind 120 at 8 knots.
So 40, 270 was the heading, 3,300 feet the height.
Signal radio, good afternoon again, Golf Tango Alpha Lima Oscar, 3 miles to the west of the airfield, 2,300 altitude, request join.
Golf Lima Oscar, it's runway 08 left and the QFE is 1003.
Break left hand 1003, Golf Lima Oscar.
That's slow flight, 5 knots above the stall, clean, which is 45, and then 5 knots above the stall with the flaps down, all the lift flap at 20 degrees of flap, and that speed is 40. So we've been flying that, so we're flying there quite happily.
Final.
So just for practice again,
Golf Charlie uniform.
270 on your left wingtip and we'll turn on to a heading of 180. You might need a bit of power when you go around the corner, so it's clear on my side, clear in front, clear on your side.
Charlie uniform going round.
Very gently with all the controls.
Oscar, we've already got one reported and the surface wind is 120 at 5 knots.
Descending dead side 08, Golf Lima Oscar.
Oh, dead side Lima Oscar, roger.
So 180 is the heading.
Golf Tango Zulu, do you want me to park on the grass?
Golf Tango Zulu, the grass is available.
Roger, Golf Tango Zulu. State Tower Radio, Golf Tango Alpha Lima Bravo. Request radio check and airfield information.
Golf Tango Bravo, it's runway 08 left, the QNH is 1018 and your readability is 5.
So can you remember
08 left 1018 route.
what you have to do if the aircraft stalls?
Lima Bravo.
You don't use the
Radio Golf Lima Oscar downwind 08 to land, Lake Call.
Go on.
You don't use your
Golf Lima
ailerons.
Oscar, Roger.
Use your rudders.
Golf Charlie informed
You pitch down, put your full throttle on.
Golf Charlie uniform, Roger.
Okay. So just have a look in your book now then. I'll take control of, I've got control of the aeroplane.
Roll.
Bit of height up here.
This is Golf Alpha Lima Bravo. Good afternoon.
Golf Lima Bravo, go ahead.
So have a look at the pre-stall checks.
We're passing through your overhead at 2,000 feet and then turning on 090. Sorry,
So those are the checks there. So what do you have to do?
Right. Shore submission to recover by
Bravo,
not less
Roger.
than 3,000 feet.
Okay, so we're going up. We'll be alright for 2,000 feet, yeah.
Airframe, set flaps as required, brakes off.
So we're not going to try it with flaps to begin with, we'll do it without. Flaps are away.
Security, your hatches and harnesses are tight, secure.
Okay,
Engine set, mixture rich.
Rich. Yeah.
Operate carb heat. Check fuel contents. P's and P's are in green.
good man.
Location, shore clear of airfields, built-up areas, cloud, controlled airspace.
We'll just move away from this built-up area. We'll go to 4,000 feet.
And look out.
We'll have a look out. So that means we've got to do lookout turns.
St. Hill, Golf Lima Oscar.
Did you actually have a go at stalling it last time? I can't remember.
No, we didn't.
You didn't. Right, okay. I'll demonstrate to you first of all, then you can do it. We'll go to 4,500 just to be on the safe side because it says you've got to recover by 3,000 feet.
Yeah.
That's giving us 1,500 feet buffer. Heading about 150 or thereabouts. There's 1,500 feet. The aircraft accelerates. We're doing 90. Bring the power back. Then trim it, stay level. Okay, so what did you say then? We don't do lookout turns.
Turn to look out for other aircraft, especially below.
Okie dokie, so we'll do turn to the left first of all then.
Surface wind is 120.
We start the turn gently, and as we put the turn in, put some more power on the aeroplane engine. Is anybody down there below us?
No.
So we're clear all the way around. So we do a turn to the left, staying at 4,500 feet all the way around. And then we do a turn to the right. Still at 4,500 feet. We'll have a look around. There's nobody down that side either. No, we're good. We're clear all the way around. The built-up area over there, so we'll just head a wee bit to look towards the south, away from that. That should be safe enough. Okay, we have the carburetor heat on. So stalling, reduce the power. What we're going to try and do then is just to maintain the height. We've got 150, that's the direction. And as we're trying to maintain the height, of course the speed is starting to come back. We'll get back to 4,500 feet. Speed starting to come back. As we're trying to maintain the height, coming up to the stall. We put the power on, when we catch it, speed's building up, and we've lost that less than 100 feet there. We do it the same again, only this time you can do it. There we are. Okay, so you've got the throttle, you can close the throttle now then. And then just keep raising the nose now to try and maintain your height, so don't go down at all, just keep maintaining, pull back to maintain your height. Speed will reduce. Keep pull, 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 pull. Keep pulling, pull, 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 more, 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 more. Keep pulling, pull, 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 pull till it stalls. Keep pulling, pull, 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 pull. Pull more, pull harder. There we are, they're stalled. Lower the nose, don't use the ailerons. The speed builds up. Alright, just do one more.
Roger.
Do one more, we'll go back to our height. We were originally, if you remember, at 4,500 feet. Let's just go back to 4,500 feet now then. Get the climbing attitude, we'll hold the climbing attitude, there we are. That's the climbing attitude, 150 we've got, 65 knots, we're back at 4,500 feet. We do quick hell check, so just quick check to the left, make sure there's nobody around us. Nobody down there, is there? No. Nobody down here either. What can happen if the aeroplane stalls and you don't keep the aircraft balanced with the rudder? So deliberately I'm going to stall it now and keep the aircraft's not going to be balanced. Just watch what will happen. As we come up to the stall, the aircraft goes into a spin. And that's the spin. Recover from the spin, we put the control forwards, look for the horizon.
Golf Ring Bravo, Roger.
And then look how much height we've lost. So that's stalling, and stalling it when the aircraft isn't balanced. And when the aircraft's not balanced, what will happen is, it'll go into a spin. And that's the spin. And that's what you want to try and avoid. You're going to try and keep the ball in the middle all the time, and then if it stalls, it won't go into a spin. So remember, this isn't keeping the ball in the middle, it's your feet keep the ball in the middle. We'll just get a bit of height. Back again, then you can have a go. We're just going to do a stall and recovery, normal stall and recovery. There we are. So we'll level it off. I'll keep the speed low for you anyway, just to save you a bit of time. Okay, it's your throttle. The heading now is 210. Keep your hand on the throttle though all the time. And just pull with one hand. So just keep pulling just to maintain your height. Pulling, pull, 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 pull. Keep pulling.
Golf Charlie uniform, final switch and go.
Keep pulling, pull, 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 pull.
Golf Charlie Uniform, surface wind is 120 at 5 knots.
You recover. Yep. Carburetor heat's on, so you need to put your carburetor heat off if you're going to put full throttle on, as you've got there now. And what are you trying to do now? You're recovering to 3,500, 4,500 or what?
Yeah.
Okay, then recover to 4,500. So climbing attitude, keep the ball in the middle with your right foot. Remember, if it's not in the middle and you stall, it'll spin. Okay, level off.
Titan ready, element 09, okay.
Element 09, still on runway 08 left, and the QFE is 1003, and the circuit is active.
08 left.
What power should we have set?
1003, we're just looking at margin in about 3 miles north of the field and inbound low level to North Telegraph.
That's it.
Golf Lima Bravo, downwind, Tyrol 08.
Roger, the air ambulance is reported inbound.
So what we need to do now then is practice the same again, but this time with some flap down. All the lift flap is 20 degrees of flap, isn't it? Are we in the flat limiting range now?
Yeah.
We are, so we can put down 20 degrees of flap. We can do the same again, carburetor heat on to protect the engine. Reduce your power. Let's go for a heading as well. Which heading are you going to go for?
Element 0,
Stall it.
Northern southbound response,
Okay,
North
recover.
Telegraph.
Element 09, roger.
Try one more of those then.
Go for 150.
Good man. 150 is good. So reduce your power now a bit. And then just try and maintain your height.
Golf Charlie Uniform, downwind, touch and go.
Golf Charlie Uniform, roger. Element 09, did you say the northern boundary?
I found the okay. We are low level beneath the circuit.
Okay, that's fine. So carburetor heat off. You can raise the flaps now. So get back to cruising. Yeah, just turn left, make your heading about 09. Yeah, 090 will do nicely. We can check the DI to the compass. That's it. Get the wings level and then check the DI to the compass. What's the compass reading?
95-ish. Oh no, 85.
And that's 85 as well then.
Yeah,
that's
so
alright.
fine, yeah.
That's okay then, that's good. Right, what we're going to do now then is slow down the aeroplane so it's descending at 65 knots. So carburetor heat on, and you can start a descent. So reduce your power now, come back to about 1700 revs or thereabouts, and then descend at 65 knots. So you're going to have to pull the nose up a little bit to reduce your speed, aren't you? 65 knots and then trim it to come down at 65 knots.
Golf Lima Bravo, final 080.
Golf Lima Bravo, surface wind is 120 at 8 knots.
Okay, at 4,000 feet we'll level out, so you put some power back on again now then. And just fly level, that's it, good man. Get your speed back up to 90. Stay at 4,000 feet. And if you like, turn on to 060. It was 09 originally, but you've lost the heading. We'll stay on 06. Right, so maintain level height, so we're climbing, so we don't want to climb, just push forward a bit more then. You're doing 90. 5. Push it forward a bit more.
Golf Charlie Uniform, final switch and go.
So bring your power back now then to cruising power.
Golf Charlie Uniform, surface wind is
2200 or
120
2250,
at
something like that will
8
do,
knots.
that's fine. And then trim it to stay there now. Right, this time we're going to do a little bit different. What we're going to do is to put down 20 degrees of flap. So, slow the aircraft down now then. So carburetor heat on first. Reduce your power. That's it. We're in the flap limiting range, we're in the white arc, aren't we? Yep, 20 degrees of flap then. And then very carefully on the trimmer, go to the very top, all the way down to the bottom. 1, 2, and a third of a turn. 1, accurately. 2, 1/3 of a turn. Now close the throttle completely, pull it towards you, and take your hands off the controls. If you've done that properly, it should be at 65 knots. Just let it settle down. There we are, that's 65 knots. This is what you'd be doing, so just hold on to controls. This is what you'd be doing now if you were coming into land. You'd be flying it at 65 knots accurately. If your speed starts to drop, what do? You push the nose down. But you've got to keep it 65, not below 65. So what happens if you're actually undershooting and we need to go a bit further? If you raise the nose, the speed's going to drop, so you need to put some power on. So just try putting some power on.
Runway 08 left, QNH is
Just a bit more, keep your hand on the throttle.
and your
Put
readability
some
is
more
5.
power on.
08 left, QNH.
And just fly as level now at 65 knots, so we're not descending anymore. So lower the nose, push forward, look in front of you as you're doing it so you can see where you're going. Just push forward to 65 knots, it should be about there. That's better. Now put some power on now then, and as you put the power on, push harder. And you'll see now we're starting to fly level at 65 knots. And that's what you'd be doing if you were short. You've got to keep your hand on the throttle, because that's what you'd be doing if you were coming into land. You'd have one hand on the controls, one hand on the throttle. Speed's dropping, so what do?
Nose down.
Push it down then, keep it at 65 knots. Now let's try turning to the left like that in that configuration.
Golf Charlie Uniform, downwind switch and
Clear
go.
on my side, clear in front, clear on the left. Look, speed's dropping,
Golf
push
Charlie
the nose
Uniform,
down.
Roger.
Push the nose down more, 65 we need to be. Otherwise it's going to stall and spin.
We'll go for
Okay,
21. 210.
okay, go for 210 then. They're on my side. 65 knots, push the nose down.
Golf Charlie Uniform, can we make that to land, please? Not switch and go.
Okay, push it forward, 65 knots you need to be at.
Golf Charlie Uniform, Roger.
One hand, you need to have the other hand on the throttle. 65 knots, you're at 60 at the minute. You need to push a bit harder. That's better. Now reduce your power a bit and maintain your speed at 65 knots, and then that way we're going to come down a bit. Just pull back on your throttle a bit more. You'll find you don't have to push quite so hard as you pull back on the throttle. Don't let the nose come up, you'll lose your speed. Look at the attitude of the aeroplane all the time, look at the attitude. Look in the distance, don't look inside, look in the distance, just reference the inside speed.
Look
outside, look at the attitude, and then you'll fly it accurately. So it's still 65, we're coming down now at about 300 feet a minute, which is quite good, that's fine. If you want to come down any faster, what would you do? Reduce your power a bit more. Reduce your power a bit more then. Right, just watch the nose attitude. Now we're doing 500 foot a minute. And that's how you'd be making an approach. If you're coming into land, that's exactly what you'd be doing.
Okay.
Just like that. Because it's trimmed for 65 knots with the throttle closed. So just check again, just close the throttle completely, pull it towards you. And take your hands off the throttle and off the controls, and it should be doing 65. We are? Yep. Got the idea now?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll level off at 2,500 feet, so power on. Hand on the throttle. And to level off, what power setting do you need? 2,250. Yeah, 2,200 is fine.
Golf Charlie Uniform, final Salam 08.
That's it, 65
Golf
knots.
Charlie Uniform,
Take your flaps off.
surface wind is 120, left 5.
Carburetor heat off. And then you might have to trim it a little bit. Look at the attitude of the aircraft and look at where the horizon is in respect to the nose of the aeroplane. Well, the horizon disappeared, so that can't be right because we're going up. Bring your power back again, 2,200. That's better. Make sure it's trimmed up properly. Okay. We want to get back to the airfield, so give you a clue.
Golf Lima Bravo, downwind. What's your roll?
Golf Lima Bravo, roger.
Lima Echo is ready for departure.
So we check the direction indicator to the compass, we're heading south, that's correct.
Less than 5 knots and 1 report.
The heading south is in that direction.
Roger, Golf Lima Echo, short matching.
That way. Yeah. And is there anything you can see nearby that's big, that's easy to spot?
We've got a building there.
That's not going to be very helpful to us. We need something like a railway line or a... Don't push the nose down too much now then, just keep us level. We need a railway line, a river.
There's a lake over there.
That's not a lake actually, those are roofs of buildings.
Oh.
Do you see a lake anywhere else?
That's it, one there.
Okay, so that's a lake. And that's a lake, it's got 2 fingers sticking out. Can you see there's one sticking out to the left, one sticking out to the right?
Yeah.
There's also a roadway right the way across the middle of it, can you see that?
Yeah.
And the very far end is flat, that means there's a dam there at the very far end.
Yeah.
So can we see anything like that on the map here? See, there's a roadway going across it. There. It's got 2 fingers. if that's on our left, we're heading south, we must be coming down here somewhere. Once again, there's the lake. Must be coming down here somewhere. In that case, according to this, if we're coming down here, we might be heading towards this place here. What's that a symbol for there? Those peaks?
Mountains.
Little peaks there?
Yeah.
You need to look at the map and get used to this, but that is telling you that there are chimneys, cooling towers, masts or something sticking up. But let's just have a look in front of us and see.
There is there.
Oh look,
Over there, yeah.
there's the cooling towers. So that's correct. So where we are at the minute then, we're flying down there, towards there, but there's where the aerodrome is, over here. We're heading in that direction. Where do we need to turn? We need to turn in that direction. If that's east, and that's south, what would you guess that was?
Southeast.
Golf Lima Echo, roger.
So give me a number.
Yeah.
That's 180. That weighs 90.
150, 145.
Okay, go for it then. What are you on now?
Yeah, we're on 120.
Golf Lima Bravo, final 08.
Roger, surface
No, we're still
wind
pointing
is,
at the lake there.
140 at 5 knots.
So we're quite close now to the lake, in fact.
Signal radio, Golf Delta
We're
Lima
about
Alpha
here.
Foxtrot.
We really need to go roughly in that direction. So what direction's that way?
Was that Alpha Foxtrot?
East.
Affirm Golf Delta
We
Lima
go for
Alpha
about
Foxtrot.
100 or something like that. That'll be near
Golf
enough.
Alpha Foxtrot, go ahead.
Golf Alpha Foxtrot, Bristol NG5, local flight to the north out of Abbas Bromley. Just climbing out over the reservoir. Request your open information.
Roger, we've got one in the circuit and we've got one reported inbound from the west.
Roger, Golf Alpha Foxtrot.
Right, so,
Golf Tango
on your
Alpha
sheet,
Lima Papa,
we need
request radio
freezer
check on
checks now.
134.080 and
your
airfield
thumb is.
information.
So, fuel, door on.
Golf
Is
Lima
on.
Papa, it's runway
Insufficient
08
for the
left,
flight,
the
yes?
QNH is 1018 and your readability is 5.
Radio's on, correct
Runway
frequency.
08
Yeah.
left
Yeah.
hand, QNH
Engine,
1018
temperature and pressures.
and readability 5,
In the
also
green.
Golf Lima Papa.
Suction's okay. Generator's charging the battery.
Direction, synchronized, so
So we should be heading east.
that needs changing a bit.
That's factor 085 now,
08.
which is just there.
Golf Bravo,
Top.
Romeo Lima Golf.
Then I'll
Roger.
QNH/QFE.
Okay, so what's the QFE? 1003.
28 Arrow Alpha, Liverpool inbound for yourselves. I've got 13 miles to room for airfield information.
Roger, it's runway runway 08 left and the QFE is 1003.
That's it.
08 left.
And we should be at 2,000
1003.
feet.
We got any circuit traffic?
The circuit is active.
Yeah, copied. We'll join up ahead. Golf Lima Golf.
You're going to call him up and you're going to say Taton Hill,
Golf Alpha Foxtrot, leaving area to the north
Golf
and changing
Lima
to
Charlie
East Midlands 134.
for rejoin from the
Roger.
west.
Okay.
Radio, Golf on
Let him talk. Somebody else is talking.
from the northwest. For joining instructions, please.
Roger, it's runway 08
Somebody else
left.
is doing what
the
you're doing.
QFE is
He's gonna say-
1003.
That's what you read back
Runway
to.
News 08 left, QFE 1003, thank you. We will join overhead, Golf Echo November.
No,
So-
George.
Golf Lima Charlie to rejoin
From the west.
from the west.
Golf Lima Bravo, downwind, 08 for all.
Golf Lima Bravo, roger.
Press the button again and say Taton Hill, Golf Lima Charlie for rejoin from the west.
Taton Hill, Golf Lima Charlie for rejoin from the west.
Roger.
He was probably after some information.
Say again, that transmission was unreadable.
Radio, good afternoon. Golf Tango Alpha Lima Alpha requesting a radio check 124.080 and airport information.
Golf Lima Alpha, it's runway 08 left, the QNH is 1018 and your
just turn to the right a little bit.
5 also, runway 08 and QNH 1018, Golf Lima Alpha.
About there?
About 120 is fine, yeah.
Golf Lima Alpha, taxi for the hold.
Roger.
And you can say Golf Lima Charlie will join overhead with 4 miles to run.
Golf Lima Charlie will join overhead with 4 miles to run.
Golf Lima Charlie, roger.
Right, so, joining overhead. The runway that's in use at the moment is 08, so it's going to be in that direction, the runway.
Yeah.
And because it's a left-hand circuit, the side that we're on now, the north, is going to be the active side. So the dead side is the far side. We've got to join overhead, and when we go over the top of the runway, then we can start to descend.
Okay.
Because that's the dead side. Because underneath us, at the moment, is going to be the live side. Once again, that's the active runway in that direction. It's a left-hand circuit, so they turn that way, then that way, and then upwards, and then into land. But this side is going to be live, the far side is going to be dead. We need to join overhead. At the moment the heading is looking good. And then the next call will be when we're actually overhead the airfield.
Golf Lima Bravo, sending final 08.
Roger, surface wind is 145 at 10 knots.
Put the landing light on so everybody can see us.
Golf 2nd November, 2 miles inbound, northwest, descending, will descend dead side.
Roger, it's runway 08 left, the QFE is 1003 and the preferred join is overhead.
Yeah, roger, Golf 2nd November joining overhead, yeah.
So just come a wee bit to the right, just in case this, I can't see where this character is. But he's also coming up to the overhead, just a bit further more to the right. Heading about 150 or thereabouts, that probably works.
Hill Radio, Golf Bravo, Zulu Bravo Foxtrot, and the fuel stand, the request fuel information please, and radio check.
As soon as we're overhead, you're going to pull the carburetor heat out and reduce your
Golf
power.
Bravo Foxtrot, it's runway 08 left.
Can you see the aerodrome down there?
1018,
Yeah.
your readability is 5.
08 left hand and QNH. QFE correction is 10. Just say again the QFE please, and the readability 5.
The QFE is 1003, but the QNH is 1018.
You're overhead.
QNH
Okay, so carburetor heat on.
Foxtrot.
Make your call, tell him you're overhead. Golf Lima Charlie overhead.
Golf Lima Charlie overhead.
Golf 2nd November, overhead also, visual Echo Charlie, descending dead side.
Roger.
So what we're doing now then, if you look at the runway